What's up, YouTube? It's Team Luster 1 again. Joaquin coming in at you. And this time we've got our friend Carlos here who's going to talk about his Rockstun deck. So, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Okay. Hello everybody on YouTube. As you know, my name is Carlos and I'm going to start talking about my Rockstun deck. Okay, first of all, we got the monsters. One important new card that you probably should definitely should include in your Rockstun deck. It's a Block Golem. This new card from the Duelist, which lets you special summon 2 level 4 lower rock time monsters. That's probably a must-have in every single deck. Now,
But we only run 1 though?
No, I run 3, but you know, you want to keep it a small base.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the main monsters in my deck are these guys: Sandman, Guardian, and Wolf. They're all Koaki Meirus, and they require you as a cost to show a rock type monster at the end phase, so your turn. Otherwise, they die. But you know, if you run a deck full of rock monsters, that probably shouldn't be a problem. Besides, they compensate by having a lot of attack and a really cool effect. Koaki Meiru Sandman can be triggered to negate the track card and destroy it. Guardian does exactly the same, but it's for monster effects. Well, that's for spells. Exactly the same thing.
So that's where the stun aspect comes in, right?
Exactly. Now, I also run Koaki Naturia Cliff. A lot of rock decks don't run it because they focus on an anti-meta style or defense style. But I like to keep this one in my deck because it makes my deck thinner. And that's one big problem of many anti-meta decks, that you can't run it fast enough and you can search a lot. So I like to keep that one just because of that.
Yeah, just Thunder King usually says no to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, you get to make your deck thinner, shuffle it, and that's a good thing in almost every deck.
Right.
Now our main card, this one.
I hate that card with a passion.
Yeah. A lot of decks today run a lot of special summon. Pretty much every single deck. There are many decks that can go do a lot of summoning around special summon. So this is a very good card if run anti-meta. And this is another key card in my deck, New Special Grandma. You can only run 1, but it's still a really
It's
good
Troll Mole. You really need to explain much else for that.
Well, you see, the problem with my deck is that most of my monsters, in fact, none of my monsters will get more than its original attack. So if you had like a big monster with a lot of attack, or if you had something permanent like a Spirit Reaper, this is the guy who gets the job done. You just bounce it back to your hand and bounce your opponent's card. So that's a lot of help. Now, my strategy uses a lot of spell traps, a lot of background to protect my monsters. Staple cards like Deep Prison or Paralyzed Stronghold, Mirror Force, Fallen Warden, Soul Judgment are really good options in this deck. I also run Torrential Tribute. That one destroys my monsters obviously too, but this deck I usually don't summon more than twice.
Now, I see you have a Call of the Haunted in there thrown as well. How many of those do you run?
I run 3 and a Monster Reborn.
How well does that often work out for you with the Call of the Haunteds?
Actually, really well. Especially during my opponent's turn. Say I just use the effect of one of my monsters, like a Koaki Meiru Guardian. I'd set it face down, gets his turn, then I activate it and special summon the monster. So it's a really good action in my opinion.
Okay, gotcha then.
Yeah, since I only summon one monster per turn, it's a really good action. Especially if you want to get a lockdown with all 3 Koaki Meirus on the field.
Right.
Now, I also have the staples for a guide. That's actually a good action. One take one monsters. And 2 Typhoons. Yes. Yeah, just 1. No, only 1. Yes, you can borrow it, but that's...
What's on the turn?
Sorry about that. We got our judge trying to be special here. The second judge, anyways.
So we have time to go to the store?
These are staple cards, you know. Typhoon. Yeah. You're probably gonna definitely need it against your opponent's side deck.
So we have time to go to the
use
store?
And Dark Horse is a staple card too. To get rid of stuff you can destroy the battle. Now I guess I should probably talk about the extra deck. Now, this deck is very fun, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll keep your card.
It won't have many options when it comes to the extra deck, especially if you run like me, because most monsters will be level 4, which means you will only get the special summon rank 4 monsters.
Now, do you have any level 3s besides Grand Mole, or is he the only level 3?
Yeah, I had the block on it, but
oh, okay.
let's be honest.
But yeah, you're never gonna use that for.
You rarely use it. So, and another thing that you probably should consider when putting an extra deck on this one is also the fact that you will rarely get the chance to actually make a special summon, because you will usually want to have it on the field with your effects to negate, to search, a special summon with block on.
Plus, Fossil Dyna just says no.
Exactly. And since you have a lot of backroad, that shouldn't be a problem. Also, another thing you should take into consideration when making your extra deck is that it's definitely a good idea to have most of them being Earth attributes. Why, you wonder? Because on the key cards, Blood Golem will not work if you have any monster in your graveyard that is not Earth monster. That's why I have cards like Gaga Cowboy, Very Keen, Oversleep, Gen Knight, Girl. I have a lot of monsters that are not Earth monsters, but I only run a last resort.
Right.
Well, do we have time for the extra deck? Or should we just...
Isn't that your extra deck right there, sir?
I mean, the side deck, sorry.
You know what? Why not? Go ahead. Go for your side deck.
Alright.
Well, yeah, you bought that.
A good card that I definitely recommend for this deck, go Sand Match.
So, like, go ahead and explain, like, why is it that you include that? Like, what's the reason behind including a card like that?
Just black coffee, black.
I don't know if you have noticed, but all of my monsters, at least in my main deck, are Earth. So
Right.
this will have little or no effect on you.
That's more for, like, wind-ups and stuff like that, or for, like, heroes that have multiple elements in them.
Samurais too.
Samurais, yes, those work as well.
I also includes Macrocosms. Now,
Yeah.
that's kind of messed me up if you think about it, but all I do when I put it in is get rid of the Call the Hunter and Monster Reborn. And also, the effects of my Koaki Meiru actually still work under Macrocosmos.
Because they're just being tributed. They don't have to be sent to the graveyard.
And another thing about my side deck, Skill Drain.
Same thing. It doesn't affect your monsters.
Well,
Except for like Grand Mole and Fossil Dyna. That's it.
yeah. But since my main strategy revolves around these guys, the Koaki Meirus, I actually don't have much problem with it.
Right.
And another simple one, Rival of the Warlords.
That's in case like you're facing opponents with like multiple types of monsters on the field.
Still windups also.
Still windups.
Yeah. Pretty much the same explanation as with the Zen match. Now, I also run Prohibitions, but that's just because I don't know what to put in.
It's situational. Depends on the deck you face.
Yeah. Once you know the main cards of the deck, this is a really, really good option. And the other cards in my side deck, well, they're just, common sense, so I'm not even going to bother with it. Well, thanks for letting me be a part of your YouTube channel, and I think that's it.
Alright, well, thank you very much for spending this time with us to give us a little insight on your deck here. So, once again, everybody, this is Joaquin from Team Luster 1, and we're signing out.
I found a peso.